Rugby is properly back, and Scotland is properly back. It has been far too long, and finally my World Cup hype can really start building because Scotland are back in action and they're back warming up for the World Cup. They're against Italy this weekend at Murrayfield in their first test. The team's out, the Italy team's not out yet, so we'll have to hold on that. But this video will be primarily focused on Scotland, what I think of the team, what I think going forward with this team, if any players have a chance, and I think most of them do. I think, yeah. One thing to know quickly, I'll get it in now so most of you see it. I am going to the game. If you want me to try and do some sort of vlog thing, I would be interested. I wouldn't say it would be amazing because I'm not really sure what to do, but I would be interested in trying, giving you a little bit of experience inside the actual ground itself. Let me know if you'd be interested, but if not, yeah, let's get into the team. So I'll read out the team and then have a look. So I might even get a printout here. I'll see. I might. If so, boom. It's the official Scottish Rugby one. All right, let's go to them. So one's Rory Sutherland, two's George Turner, three Murphy Walker, five Vice Captain Sam Skinner, five Scott Cummings, six is Luke Crosby, seven captaining the team is Rory Darge. That's interesting. Eight's Matt Fagerson, 9 Ali Price, 10 Ben Healy, 11 Kyle Stein, 12 Stafford McDowell, 13 Chris Harris, vice captain, 14 Darcy Graham, 15 Ollie Smith. So from the starting 11, not that strong, well, very strong, but looking at that team, there's probably only 4, maybe 5 in there who I would actually start in the big games, the South Africa and the Islands, maybe even France next week. There's probably only 4 or 5 that I would start out with that team. I'm not saying anyone else doesn't have a chance. I just think that at the minute we've got better. The 4, maybe 5, obviously been Ollie Smith. I want Ollie Smith to play in all 4 of the warm-up games. I think he's proved he's the best 15 in Scotland now. Now Hogg's gone. But he needs to prove he's one of the best 15s in the world to compete with the likes of Ireland and South Africa. And I think he needs as much game time as possible to try and prove that. I don't know. I don't think he's one of the best in the world. I think he's very good. I wouldn't say, he's easily top 5 in the world. I don't. He's not. He's not experienced enough. Maybe after these, what's it, the Georgia game in the end of August. Maybe after that, I might be saying something slightly different. But for now, I think he just needs to run a games to try and see if he is the long-time solution for this. Darcy Graham, obviously one of the best wingers in the world at the minute. I would easily put him top 5, maybe even top 3 in the world at the minute, wingers wise. I'd start Turner in the actual World Cup as well. I think he's our best hooker at the minute. Matt Fagerson, I think he's our best 8. I think his work rate and stuff is incredible. And I can see an argument to start Darge over Hamish Watson. But again, I need to see how they're both playing, because if Hamish Watson finds his form again, which he did struggle a little bit last season, mainly down to injury, but if he can start to build back up that form, he is one of the best flankers in the world as well. So Darge, it'll be interesting to see what he can do. He's also been out injured for a long time, so we'll see. He was really exciting a couple of years ago. Let's see if he can maintain that hype. I'm happy for Ben Healy getting an actual start under his belt. He came off the bench against Italy in the Six Nations. I'm happy he's getting a start. Kyle Stein as well. He played well in the Six Nations, covering the Darcy role. And has been incredible for Glasgow last season. Off ability-wise, I can see him playing in the World Cup for Scotland. the issue is we've got two of the best wingers in the world, in Darcy Graham and Duhan van der Merwe. Now, defensively, I am happier with Kyle Steyn at 11 than Duhan van der Merwe, but Duhan's attacking threat is considerably better. He's proved time and time again he can score outrageous tries, and I think Scotland need any player who can have any sniff of scoring a try out of anything. Scotland need, because they need to take the chances if they want any chance of getting out of that pool. They need to take their chances, so they need everyone they can get. I do like the fact that they are resting, I suppose, a lot of the bigger names. There's no Finn Russell, no Ben White, no Schumann, neither of the Greys, not even on the bench. No Hugh Jones. I like that. Centres of Stafford McDowall and Chris Harris. Again, Harris, his defensive capabilities is amazing. I'm not so fond of him in an attacking ways. But he is. Oh, hi, Cat. You're gonna come and say hello to everyone. Sorry, Cat. He is good. McDowall, he broke through well last couple of years. He's been a staple for Glasgow. Are you gonna say hello to everyone? Cat's now gonna be that. No, don't touch the camera. Minnie, you've not got a cat on your screen. Yeah, I like that. I do think Hugh Jones and Tui Pilotu, though, are still the best centre partnership. Cat! They are still the best centre partnership. I think they should be starting the big games. I think they should start tomorrow. I think we need to start our full strength team next week against France. I think they need to prove that if they can give France a good game, who knows, even win. Which, if we play a full strength team at Murrayfield, I wouldn't put it past us. Yeah, I think they'll prove that they can at least challenge in this pool. I think France is a good enough test. I did wonder for a while if the summer tests were good enough in France, Italy and Georgia, but I believe France is. Italy and Georgia are good for seeing if players break through. It's good for playing some of the fringe players, seeing what they can do. Like you. You're a fringe player, aren't you, Cat? Anyway, yeah, I like the starting. Let's have a little look at the bench, because I've not actually covered that in 8 minutes in. So on the bench, 16 McInally, 17 Batty, 18 Sebastian, 19 Henderson, 20 Bayliss, 21 Dobie, 22 Kinghorn, 23 Redpath. I'm happy with that. Henderson finally is hopefully going to get some game time. Again, I've seen so many people hyping him up for Leicester. I have never seen him play. I don't know what he's all about. I'm really interested to see what he's like. But if he's anything what people are saying, he could be good. Dobie as well. I'm happy he's going to hopefully get some game time. Redpath's always exciting when he comes on. Kinghorn, I'm just glad he didn't start him. I don't think Kinghorn starts over Smith at 15. And I definitely don't think he starts at 10 over Healy. Yeah, I'm happy. I want Kinghorn on the bench. I think he's a good bench option because he can cover 15 wing, and I suppose he could do a job at 10 for 10 minutes in the end if needed. I don't like him at 10 though. I don't think his decision making is good enough. This is where I think Ollie Smith really needs to come in, and if he can prove his decision making is better than Kinghorn's, I think that 15 jersey's his. I still think it's slightly contested, but I think if I think if Smith can prove his decision making is better. McInally, obviously this is a last dance for him. He's already retired from Edinburgh. He's going to retire from Scotland after the World Cup. If he goes, this is his chance to say, I want to go. I want to have my last dance with hooker being so contested at the minute, because I think that there is so many decent hookers. You know, you've got Turner, Cherry, Ashman, McInally, Brown, Matthews coming up and through. You know, all of them, I would argue, have a decent argument to be going on the plane. I think they all need to have thing. Although I don't think Matthews is in the squad, but I think if he has another good season next season for Glasgow, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a sum or two of an Alt Nations. Maybe even is in the Six Nations if he's that good this side of the Six Nations, although we'll see. But yeah, I like this team. I think it's enough to get the job done, but I don't think it's too much that, you know, without sounding horrible, if one or two of these players picked up an injury, you know, it'd be a loss, but I wouldn't be too, you know, if we lost even if we lost Ali Price, I think George Horn and Ben White are better at the minute. You know, if we lost a Murphy Walker, again, it's a blow, but we've got better in that position. So, my big issue is if we lose Dorsey again, if we lose Ollie Smith, if we lose one of those 5 starters out thinged, then we're done. The only one out of them I'd say we might be okay is Dodge, because we've got Hamish Watson there as well. But yeah, that's my thought on the team. I might cover the Italy team. I think Scotland are going to win. Well, I can't really say that. You stop making noises. I think Scotland are going to win. I've not even seen the Italy team. It's not out yet, but I'm just saying I think Scotland's going to win. They should win. If they don't win, I don't think it does our World Cup any good whatsoever. We need this. We need to. If we can beat Italy, France once, and Georgia, I would be happy. If we lose to France both times, I would be alright, because obviously they're the second best team in the world. But I really think we should be targeting the game next week against France at Murrayfield as a game saying, we need to win this. If we win that game, I think we prove that we are good enough to challenge in the pool, because there's a lot of people writing us off at the minute, and I'm not happy about that. I think we are good enough, but I think we need to prove that we're good enough to start putting the mind games and the seeds of doubt in the back of the box in the Irish. But yeah, if you enjoyed, subscribe, leave a like, all that good stuff. You know what's up. And until next time, I'll see you later. If you want me to try and do that vlog thing covering the team, let me know and I will do that. I'll probably forget to put that thing up, won't I? And I'll just straight upload this. But hey, I'll see you next time.